God damn.
What's up, sexy YouTubers? Cool Hand Snook here, and I'll just be commentating over this Black Ops 2 gameplay submitted by Golami. It is a 61-1 on Slums, and it is beastly. So let's get right into this story. So as many of you know, I have a fear of poop, and I can't look at my own poop. I mean, I can look at dog poop when I'm walking down the street and stuff like that, but human poo, human feces, freaks me out, especially my own, and I can't turn around and look at it. So my poop fear was tested. About 2 years when we lived in Louisiana. When we first moved out there, we lived with my friend and his wife and kids. And for some reason, his kids loved to play in the bathroom, and they would just stuff the toilet with stuff, and then it wouldn't work right. And then I'd go to take a dump, and my poo wouldn't go down, and I would have to get like the plumbing snake thing where you shove the thing down and you scramble up all the doo-doo so that it can finally flush. Well, I used to have to do that every day. And there was always poo somewhere in the house where it didn't belong, like on the mirror, on the counter, on the toilet seat. Like, for some reason, their son used to like to take a dump around the toilet seat, like in a circle, perfect circle around the toilet seat. I don't even know how he did it. He used to freak me out a lot. And so I was so happy when we finally moved out and we had our own place to live, because I was like, finally, I never have to deal with poo again. I mean, except for the moments when I poo, I'm going to go poo and then I'm going to flush it and it's going to be gone. Well, one day I have to take a dump. And I go into the bathroom, and our toilet wasn't the best toilet or anything, but it was better than the one that was at my friend's house. And I took a dump. It was this huge dump. It was great. It was so exhilarating. I had to brace myself. I had to basically hold on to the sides of the toilet so that I wouldn't fly through the roof, propel out like a freaking rocket. I flush the toilet, and everything goes down. It's, just fine. And I get up after wiping, of course. I don't just stand up after I take a dump, but I get up and I turn around, I look down into the toilet, and there's kind of like, it looks like there's this little turtle head peeking out of the hole. I'm kind of curious. I'm like, what the hell is that thing? I kind of changed my angle to see down deeper into the hole where all the poo goes down. And it's the tip of a turd. There's one stubborn turd in the toilet, and it refuses to be flushed. And I look down there, and it's huge. It looks like a snake, and it's a big, fat turd that refuses to be flushed. I keep flushing the toilet and it just won't go down. So I'm like, oh God, no. This is like my worst nightmare. This is poop that won't leave me alone. So I freak out, and my heart starts racing, and I slowly back out of the of the bathroom and close the door behind me, and I don't go back in there for a while. Then I'm thinking, okay, well, my wife isn't home. There's nothing I can do. I'm going to have to address this problem. So I go get bleach. I get anything that I think is acidic that will, eat away at the turd so it'll become mush and it can just go down the toilet and be gone forever. Well, so I'm pouring bleach and stuff in the toilet, and I'm trying not to look down so I don't see the little bit of poo that's in there. It just doesn't do anything. Nothing works. And I keep flushing, and it flushes the chemicals down, but the turd remains there, resilient, just looking at me like, I ain't going nowhere, buddy. What you want? Come at me. And I'm just like, oh, okay, you win. And so I back out of the bathroom again. I don't go back in there, and I'm just sitting on the bed, in the fetal position. Just like, oh God, I don't know what to do. I don't know. And finally my wife comes home. She was out grocery shopping. And she comes home. She's like, oh, hey, honey, what's going on? I'm like, Kim, I need your help. And she's like, what? I was like, do you know anything that will eat away a turd? She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, look, I took a big dump in the toilet, and this turd will not go away. It won't do anything. It won't budge. And I don't know what to do. And she's like, well, why didn't you just plunge it? We have a plunger. Plunge it and break it up and then flush it again. And I was like, Kim, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't interact with poop. It'll freak me out. And she's just like, oh my God, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I can't do it. So you guys remember that other commentary where she had to clean up all my piss and I spit on her and all that kind of stuff? I think at this point she remembers that situation, and she's pissed, because first she has to clean up my pee, now she has to clean up my crap, so she goes in there and she plunges this big old piece of doo-doo, and she finally comes out and she yells, whoa! And I'm in the living room with the TV volume way up so I don't have to hear the plunging noises, because even that just it freaks me out. Anything that has to do with poo, I don't know why. So anyway, she's like, whoa. And I'm like, what is it? She's like, this is huge. This thing is gigantic. It's like a snake. Like, I know. She's like, I can't break it. It's too hard. I was like, oh, God, don't tell me that. Just get rid of it. She comes into the living room and gets one of the plastic bags that all the groceries was in. She takes the plastic bag with her into the bathroom, and I just hear some splooshing and splashing. And I'm thinking, oh, God, what the hell is going on? Well, it turns out she takes this big-ass turd and puts it in one of these grocery bags. She comes out with it, and I'm like, what the hell is that? She's like, this is your poo. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh, God. And she's like, come see how big it is. I was like, no, Kim, no. And she's just like, come see. You made it. You made me take it out the toilet. Come see how big it is. I was like, no, it's not funny. Leave me alone. And so she's chasing me around the house with this thing. She starts coming after me. And I'm like, no. Like, I swear the adrenaline is just like coursing through my veins. I have like super agility and I'm just running, right? It looks like I'm doing parkour. It's just ridiculous because like I'm running and I'm sliding underneath the bed, coming out from the other side. And she's just like, where are you going? Where are you going? She's like chasing me. We really went through this thing, She really chased me all through the house with my turd. I swear, if she would have ran me straight towards a wall, I either would have ran straight through the wall and came out the other end, like in the cartoons with like an outline of me on the wall, or I think I could have actually ran up the wall and did a backflip over her and just landed behind her, turned around and ran the other direction. I'm serious. That's how freaked out I was. She finally gets tired of torturing me with my poop. She throws the turd in the dumpster outside. She comes back inside and she's laughing at me and making fun of me and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, God. You're an evil woman. You're evil. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? I deserved it. I should have just been a man and got my own dump out of the toilet, like, oh, man. But that's the story. And afterward, she, like, fixed me dinner and everything, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But if you laughed at my misfortune, that's completely okay. Just please leave a like and a comment. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That's actually a new thing. But, yeah, link in the description, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.